went to WSU and I majored in animal science, and I just decided to come back home, and because I decided to come back home, we're gonna expand so that they can bring me into the operations and we can still make a living.
This is a simple song. It's not too deep, not too long.
Well, this was a dairy farm before us. That was the Mapes farm. And after the Mapes quit farming, Morris Quinn ran beef cattle here. And he continued to do that for a couple of years after we bought it. And then we built the house, and then we started building the barns. And we started milking cows here in '92. Well, we pasture the cows for 6-7 months out of the year. And we feed hay in the wintertime. Cows are locked inside because the ground is too wet for them to be out in the winter. We don't use any VST or any of the hormones. Everything's natural. The ground itself could be certified organic.
I usually have between 10 and 15 calves on milk, just a few bottles at a time. And Sarah, she just fills in wherever she's needed. She can do anything.
At the beginning of this year, the beginning of 2005, we did still have 5 dairy farms. Now we have 3. 2 dairy farms have gone out of business. And there's various reasons for this, but the major ones are that all those dairies sell their milk as a bulk generic commodity through a cooperative, Dairy Gold, that they belong to. And it's really the only market, and they are pure price takers. And that price is set by people other than them. And it's set largely by farms that often have tens of thousands of cows that can make money on very narrow profit margins. In
Five to 10 years from now, if we were to continue doing marketing through Dairy Gold, we would reach a point where we would have to milk so many cows that the farm wouldn't sustain it. So this farm would become another casualty. Debbie and I are first generation farmers, and we'd really like to see the farm continue.
The price of land right now for homes is higher than the price it is to buy acre for farming. And so when a family doesn't farm anymore, it goes to housing because that's where the money is. So
One of these days, one of these days.
that's what we call a farm casualty.
They did extensive market research and sent out hundreds of questionnaires and talked to hundreds of people in various locations and places, and came up with the idea and the assurance that there was a demand out there for high-quality certified raw milk that's not been pasteurized.
Our main thrust is to market locally and be able to stay small and yet still survive. And
Because as it stands, selling to Dairy Gold, we had to have 80, 90 cows to make a living. This way we can stay local and make a living on 30 to 40 animals.
the marketing part is all new to us, because when you sell to Dairy Gold, the milk truck comes and picks it up every other day, and they'll pick up whatever amount you can produce.
Sustainability is not just about the here and now. It is about having a vision for the future and taking that farm a new direction. And this is a bold move by them. So, sustainability sometimes takes a lot of risk.
So you have to be progressive. You have to find value added. Large-scale commodity type farming is just dying a slow death.
I decided to come back home to Sequim because it is my home. Like, I just feel like I tell my mom and dad, when I come down the hill and I see all of the land, I'm like, oh, I'm home. So this is my home, and I love cows, and I love farmland and green, and I don't know, this is just where I want to live.